welcome to Power Hour. Our July EDA Education Series is going to be WITSEP today. So they're going to tell us all about what's been going on. So come on up, guys.
Thanks, Mackenzie. For those of you that don't know me, I'm Tony Stahl. I'm formerly BHH Architecture, we're now WITSEP. I am a 1979 graduate from high school. I'm going to get that out there because I'm talking history, so I'm the oldest guy in the group. And I was a PERM chamber president in 1999. What year did you graduate?
99.
So when our current director was getting out of high school, I was president.
Yeah.
But been on the board for many years. Really appreciate what the chamber does, and always active with the chamber, so we appreciate everything they have for us, have done for us. Want to explain a little bit about WISEF. As I said, used to be a BHH Architecture, and I'll let Leah slide
Look
through
at
these.
you.
Yeah, so back when I had a lot more hair and my eyesight was a lot better. Hard to see the screen from here, but from BHH, we started back in Colorado. I moved up to Colorado in '81, worked there for roughly 10 years, moved back in '91 to raise our kids in the best place in America, which was good. We didn't want little ski brats, so we moved back here. In '91, we opened BHH Partners, became BHH Architecture, and then June of '22, we merged with WISEF. And that merger was basically to allow us to serve more of our clients with more services. So that's the short and brief on WISEF. We're going to try to keep moving because as architects, we have a lot of pictures. But WISEF has got 12 offices throughout the state. What I love about WISEF and our company is that we're very rural organized from a business standpoint. We're a company that I think feels like a smaller company, even though I think we have over 240 employees roughly. So it's a great small town feeling and a small firm type approach to greater Minnesota and greater North Dakota. So as I said, I'm Tony Stahl. I'm a registered architect, and I'll introduce the two clowns with me here. We got Joe Cartwright, and no, he wasn't on Bonanza. For all of you older people that actually know what that means, it's not a buffet.
But if you call me Little Joe, I will respond.
So Joe can introduce himself.
So I'm an architect as well. Been working for 20 plus years in the architecture field. So.
Garrett Baravich, I'm originally from Stephen, Minnesota. I moved to Crookston. I've been working with WITSEF my entire career up in Crookston, 23 years now. And after the merger, I saw the opportunity to come to PERM. And one of the things that really wanted me to get here was that AD school that you guys put money toward and built. My daughters played basketball against the Yellow Jackets for a few years, and we kept coming here. And I'm like, that is just a phenomenal facility. So wanted to get down here, seen that opportunity, and after 23 years of doing the same thing in the same area, I'm like, this would be a nice change and change the pace of life. So,
And what's your son? Who's your son?
and my son, Breck will be coming with us down here. He'll be an 8th grader. He's already roped in the cross country, but somebody. So and all the kids he's met so far have just been great to him. I think it'll be just a good plan.
So I think Garrett can go over our services.
Yeah, we have 15 different services. We were founded on civil engineering to start with and surveying up in Crookston, and it's just growing from there. Pretty much our last service is our aerial mapping. We own airplane with LiDAR sensor and stuff. You can start clicking through. So civil, mechanical, electrical, structural engineering. We have surveying, aerial mapping, and GIS services. Environmental, funding, and then architecture. Lead back to these guys.
So I guess from our standpoint, we've completed a lot of projects in the area. We appreciate Perm. Obviously, I've been back for over 30 years, and I realized that I kidded my wife one day. I'm sure glad we moved back to Perm, because if it would have been any other area or any other community in the area, I'd probably have a tool belt on and pounding nails. So, Perm's been really good to us, whether it's the commercial businesses, the school, the hospital, the city, Arvigs, KLN. We've done a lot of projects in town. So you can just slide through there with banks, office building, churches, funeral homes, community development, commercial buildings, a lot of custom homes. We're doing a lot of commercial business has slowed down a little bit now, but we're still doing a ton of lake homes, and we love spending other people's money. So something we're really, really good at. Just some projects that you can see. So the top two images are renderings, and the bottom two, the one on the lower corner on the opposite side is Lakewood Plaza. We just did a big project for them, a mixed use, and then an office building up in Bemidji. Keep scrolling through. And then City Hall on the top, those are actually two photos with the renderings below of the concept before they were built. Just opened City Hall in Detroit Lakes. That was a great project for us, and great for the city of Detroit Lakes. They kind of had a pretty bad City Hall, and so it's been a great improvement. Got a lot of good press out of that. And then Arvigs, as you well know, being from Perm, we did a big makeover on the whole Arvig building. So once again, you've got the renderings and concepts. Arvig Plaza is very cool. They invested in that corner. Just some other projects we've done in the area. Todd Wadena Electric, Lake Shirts. We've done a lot of work for the Lake Shirts boys over the years. This last month, there was the after hours, chamber after hours out at Precision Landscaping. Helped Pat and Trish with their building. Ledgestone Construction in Detroit Lakes. Obviously, like I said, city, we're very proud. It's kind of fun for us to be architects of the high school where we went to high school. So it's not too often you get that opportunity, and I'm very proud of what Perm did with the high school. Some school work in Baxter. Did a lot of banks. We've done a lot of banks over the years. We love banks because they usually pay their bills, which is very nice. Not in cash, even though we take that, but done a lot of banks for Mid-Central. Midwest Bank, we just finished a project for them, actually just an addition. The other odd connection I have is I've done probably 60, 70 funeral homes over the years. So it's a unique design experience. And the top one is the farthest one and the biggest one to date. That was in Missoula, Montana. The lower one is a rendering of a new one that's going up in Bismarck. So it's kind of an odd niche. And just tell you, I can design a prep room pretty well, but most people don't want to know about that stuff. So Schoeneberger's in town. Very proud of that building. Turned out very nice. We've got David Donahauer in Detroit Lakes. The other thing is convenience stores. We've done a lot of C-stores for Simonson's and for Orton's. Once again, rendering on the top, and then the actual photo of that's in Park Rapids, right on the corner of 34 and 71. Pretty prime location. Some holiday stores, like I said, the Orton stores. I think that one's in. Got one in. I think that's Walker. It ought to have been Walker. A couple of them in Walker, Park Rapids. So keep scrolling through. Senior housing, Bad Lake did their number of projects for Bad Lake. Up in Monoman, done some work. Nisswa. Let's keep scrolling through. Churches, done a lot of church work. I think the most impressive one is I was telling Joe in Rothsay, we actually had two Lutheran congregations that got together and built a church. And I told them just getting together and getting on that was monumental. But it turned out very nice for that one. Done a lot of work with St. Henry's in town here, industrial. A lot of work with KLN. DigiKey, we've got a good history with DigiKey. Obviously a very successful company. And medical. Fortunate to spend a lot of time working with Perm Hospital from when it was the old location through Perm Living and the new hospital, clinic expansions. that's been very enjoyable to be a part of their growth. Clinic work, some work for Essentia, some dental offices in Detroit Lakes, eye clinic in Park Rapids, the old AmeriCare Sanford in New York Mills. The LCSC, Jeremy Kovash's building, we converted an old elementary school. That was a good project in Fergus Falls. Done some office work in Fargo. This is just a concept. This is the multi-use we just finished a couple of years ago in Burgess. You can skip through that to the next one. And that's actual rendering, and I think that's actual building. So that's been a nice fit. That was the former Goodman's grocery store that they tore down. It's been a really good fit for Burgess. Detroit Mountain, that was a fun project based on my years of being a skier, so that was kind of fun to work with a bunch of the people in Detroit Lakes to get that project going. It turned out very nice. Discovery Center in Tamarack Park, done a lot of work for Castaway up on Pelican Lake. It's their Young Life Center. Great bunch of people, fun to work for. And then in town here, once again, conceptual, there's a Boys and Girls Club that we did. Empowering kids, rendering to actual construction. Same with the PAC. PAC's nice to see the PAC coming back strong with memberships. I've been on the PAC board and been a member forever, and so that's kind of fun to see that be successful again after the COVID shutdown. Historical buildings, we've done some work, did a lot of work up in Detroit Lakes, got some state awards for the Greystone Hotel. That turned out very well. It's on the corner right off of Highway 10. And then custom homes. You can just keep scrolling through these because we've got a ton of them. I think what we love about the custom homes is we get to design a home for somebody specifically. So hopefully you don't see a lot of the same styles in these. I love, in fact, we usually joke, this is my current favorite house because we do so many of them. It's kind of fun because we get to a lot of design opportunities and get to meet a lot of people. And it's, from a business person, that's a great, it's a great business because if somebody's building a like home, it's usually a pretty positive part of their life versus businesses that we have to deal with negative things. It's a lot of fun. That's on Little McDonald, kind of hard to miss that one. It's under construction, or built now. A couple out in Bismarck, Otter Tail Lake. We've been very fortunate. Like I said, the Perm area, a lot of the Lake Country, had to grow our residential practice for many years. It took a while to get people away from the standard can plan from the lumberyard, but it's been really successful for us and very enjoyable, especially working with people and the number of people we've met. So it's been really enjoyable. So just wanted to introduce with Seth. Been around for a long time, kind of evolved, a lot of new faces in town. Thought we'd introduce ourselves, introduce Garrett and Joe, and let you know who we are and what we have to offer. And try to keep that moving because we had 57 slides. And we cut it down.
Great.
Our current staff and firm here is 9 people, so focusing right now on surveying and architecture disciplines.
Any questions for us? That's good.
I do have one. So all these buildings very beautiful. Do you guys do the finishes, picking the colors and the stonework and that kind of stuff?
We used to do a lot more interiors. Now, normally, the challenge with us doing that is we're not into it every day. So what we found is when we were doing it, we'd select a carpet and usually it was out of stock by the time we got to construction. So I would say 90% of the custom homes we do, they hire an interior designer.
Okay.
And we have interior design on staff too. So otherwise we work with whoever we're working with a couple of gals out of Fargo. I just met another one out of the Twin Cities, and there's some very talented people. We do a lot of work with Sarah Carlson out of New York Mills. She does a great job. She's done a lot of projects in front of us. She does a great job too. So. Okay. All right.
Awesome, thank you.
Thank you.
gonna talk about, our nonprofit spotlight, the Fern Center for Arts.
Hi everybody, my name is Katie Henniger. I actually own Bay Window Quilt Shop here in town, I guess, and Buck Baton Home too, we own both. Took over from my parents the past 4 years. I'm here today representing Firm Center for the Arts. We are a nonprofit that's actually been around for about 15 years. It's the former St. Stanislaus Theater here, or theater, church, it's a theater now, kind of, here in town. So if you're from the area, you maybe went to church there. It was purchased from St. Henry's in the diocese back 15 years ago, and we've had a long haul to get to where we are today, I will say. We're at almost the end of a restoration, with the thanks from Tony and his crew on helping us design what that was going to be to make us handicap accessible so that we could host events in our building more regularly. So that's kind of where we're at right now. We are operated by an active board, and then about a year ago I kind of saw my move from board member switch to executive director so that we could be eligible for some grants through the state, and that has been a good move for us. We're at the end of completing 2 huge grants, one through the Minnesota State Arts Board, another through Lake Region Arts Council. You may have heard a little bit about it. We partnered with like Perm 180, Perm Rewind, Productive Alternatives, and some of those people, so that kind of helped us with our mission, which is Arts for All. We were able to do art classes with some local art instructors for those people who may not have access to arts, which also leads me into talking a little bit about our basement level. It's a good old-fashioned Catholic basement, which we are turning into our art studio. So one of our grants was for a kiln, which is installed in our basement, and we are working on developing some different projects with that. One which I'm kind of excited about is Clay Club. We have a gal who used to winter in the South, and I guess this is a big deal in the South. They have a clay club, you pay a certain fee, you're able to come in and use the materials and the items that we already have on hand, purchase your clay and work on your own projects, use our kiln, do all of that. So that's something we're in the process of developing. We are also big on adding tons and tons of art classes. So do you have our website handed up there at all? No? That's okay, you don't have to. If you go to our website, you'll see all of our art classes. Right now for the summer, it's geared mostly towards kids, although we do have a couple of adult classes mixed in. Again, a lot of these are grant subsidized so that we're able to offer them at a reduced rate. Right now we have a grant from the Dolores, I don't know how to say her last name, Barnack, I think, fund that we're utilizing to offer these classes. And then our big thing that we're trying to do moving forward is offer at least one event, whether it's a concert or entertainment event or something where people can come in and be interactive with us once a month starting like this fall. It's something we'd love community feedback on so that we know what you're looking for. We would love you to either email us at the center or reach out. Actually, we're starting to kind of work with Elevate a little bit more too on some of those art things. You could also let Elevate know what you're looking for so that we can give the community what they are looking for. And we do all that with, of course, the money we raise from our 10K raffle. So tickets are on sale now. I think we've been doing this for this will be the 11th year that we've done this. Tickets are $100. Basically, if we can sell out and sell all 250 tickets, I always tell people, after we give away the $10,000 and the prizes, it really just covers our utilities for the next year. So it's how we can then take any money that we raise for other events or through other programming to then use for programming. So tickets are available at the chamber. I, of course, have some with me here if you're interested in one. We moved up our date, though. We'll be giving it away Labor Day weekend. So move a little faster if you want a ticket this year. Does anybody have any questions for?
What's the next event?
So art classes through the summer, and then we don't have anything for sure scheduled yet for fall. So give us your feedback. Tell us what you want. Okay. Thank you. Thank you.
All right, Mike and Sandy, we're going to talk about the breakfast on the farm. It's just Sandy.
No,
Allison. You're Allison.
I'm Allison.
Neither.
Mike and Sandy are our post farm.
Gotcha.
I'm unfortunately the publicity person, so everybody gets to listen and see me.
Good.
So this year is our, actually math year, our 6th year, because we had to take COVID off for breakfast on the farm. It's just a community pancake breakfast that we offer. Bring people out to the farm. We move the location every year to a different farm site. This is our first farm that we're actually going to be at the second time. They were our farm for the second year, and then they said, we'll do it this year, and then we will not do it again. So we will be hosting it on August 3rd. We start serving at 7 a.m. till noon. Obviously first come, first serve, but we've never ran out of food. On average, we serve between 1,200 to 1,500 people. Wow. We bring in a variety of farm equipment. The 4-H and FFA bring in farm animals and have a little educational booth. It's just a fun day to come out and learn a little bit about farming. We don't do any kind of like selling or anything like that. It's literally just a fun day for families. So I have flyers in the back if you'd like to take some. And that's all I've got.
What's for breakfast?
Pancakes, eggs, and sausage. Sausage from LCC. They actually make a special one for us. So a lot of area businesses that donate to help pay for it. So any money that we actually get that day, we do a free will offering, actually gets donated right back. We donate back to the 4-H, to the FFA, to a few other clubs and stuff like that. And we give out 4 scholarships a year to either kids that are in ag or going into ag from the area schools. So, any questions?
So it's at Mike and Sandy's.
It's at Mike and Sandy Dumbox, yes.
Got it.
Over by Devil's Lake. It's on the kind of crossroads of Devil's Lake. So we'll have signs posted, of course, that day. But, no questions? I actually have to go to a planning committee, so.
Thank you so much. Just a quick little announcement. Purim is going to be the host of the 14U Midwest Plains Region Baseball Tournament. So, pretty excited about that. We have a good group of 14-year-old boys that are pretty excited. They want to win it all and think they're going to Texas. So, we'll see. And whoever wins this tournament will go to Texas for like 10 days.
So it's
In like
regional?
August.
Regional?
This is the regional one, yep, so like South Dakota, North Dakota, I believe one team from Canada will come down, Minnesota, yep, Eastern region, 8 teams. So they'll be coming into town, which is kind of cool because we'll welcome a whole bunch of people from out of town to enjoy the area. We do have a coupon page right now, if some of you have missed that email. And it's free to join, you just put a coupon for your business. Let's say Subway, buy one, get one free, right? So then their coupon would go on the page and then all these out-of-town guests would get this coupon page, they can walk around town and get a whole bunch of good deals. So if you haven't told us what that would be, please let us know this week. It would be great, so we can keep working on that. So they'll get little welcome bags. We're also going to do host families. So each team will have someone that they can call and ask what fun things there are to do around term. So it'll be great. Make sure you welcome them. You might notice some baseball decals. Those are for our sponsors. And then I guess just the moms and Jeremy Kovash, who's the president of the Home Run Baseball Club. That's what it is. So they're the ones that are kind of gearing this project and ready to welcome people into town. So that's coming up this July. I believe it starts like the 21st. It's the same week as the fair. Same weekend as the fair. So you're going to have baseball and fair going on.
It's gonna be
And a tournament, yes.
big traffic
So,
over
busy,
there.
busy weekend. But yeah, stop on out and enjoy a baseball game. So that's it for that one. Jeff Morris, if you want to come up. Funny thing is, somehow this family convinced my daughter to try out for cross country this summer. Yeah, so it's like, oh, there's a
Oh, cream donut. Very convincing.
Yeah,
apparently.
yeah, somebody says I should be a used car salesman. Convince anybody, I guess. But yeah, thanks for having me this morning. Jen Hendrickson asked me to come to present on our Brave Like Gabe Invitational that is going to be, I think it's our 5th year. Yeah, I get confused because we started it before COVID. That was our first year. And then we weren't able to do it in COVID. And then we came back that following year and sports started back up, but we had to do the pods and competed with like 3 teams and did all kinds of crazy nonsense outside. So it was then the next year we started the Brave Light Gate. So I guess that'd be 2022. So I think we've been going for another 3 years. I don't know what year it is. I've got an update on that. Me and Aaron Anderson were actually debating about what annual is it. So, but yeah, I wanted to present about this. It's a big event. I met with, what's really cool is I wanted to get the community involved. If you've never been to a Perm cross country meet, and I have lots of cross country people in here, which is really cool. I have former parents of cross country runners right here. His kids ran for me. I have new parents of cross country kids. I have current parents of cross country kids. So it's really cool. It really brings the community together. And what I like about our home meets, we have 3 home meets now this year. We have our Brave Like Gabe, which is fairly new. We have our Perm Invite in October, which has been going on for years, which is about 30 teams. But what's cool about it is, since I've gotten here in 2002, I've been the head coach since then for girls and guys, is there's been such a following in the community. I go to town and I'll go in Central Market and I'll see a farmer, and it's actually Jordan Palabicki's dad. Every time I see him, he never had a kid run cross country, never doesn't have a grandkid that runs cross country yet. I'm trying to work on Jordan's kids. And he's always asking me, he's like, how the cross country team's doing? How's training going? And I'm like, he doesn't even really know anything about it. And I go to these meets that we have now, and we have about an average of 4,000 to 5,000 people there that day. It is, if you've ever been to a Perm cross country meet, it's just an incredible, fun event where tons of people from the community come out. And I see people from the town that I never get to see, maybe during the school year, and they'll just pop out. I see a lot of people from Rotary, they'll come out and support us. So if you've never been to a cross-country meet, I would really encourage you to come to this one. The reason that we started this was to honor our very own Gabriel Grunwald, who a lot of you know passed away of cancer, actually 4 different fights with cancer a few years ago. And then her sister, we've also added to her a memorial for her sister who was killed by a drunk driver a couple of years later. So the Andersons lost both their daughters. And so we have this meet in their honor and their memory. So I'm just going to give a little bit of information about the meet. We did partner with the community. I had a meeting with McKinsey and John Smith, and a lot of they were, Murdoch, Nick was at the meeting, and some community people, and we got together this spring. And one of our big issues is parking. When you bring in 4,000 to 5,000 people in the Perm that day, and then throw in the fact that the road is going to be kind of tore up as buses are coming in. So we have there's probably going to be about 35 to 40 buses coming in that day. So the community got together with them, a lot of the leaders in the community, and they are going to help us this year kind of plan the parking and kind of take that off our plate. The golf course is willing to lend us golf carts so that we can move people back and forth between parking over in the Pioneer grounds and kind of organizing parking over there so that we can get, because a lot of times we get like grandparents and handicapped people that want to come and watch their kids run and come across the finish line, but to have to walk over from Pioneer grounds. And if you've ever been and you've driven by when we've had a cross-country meet, cars are parked all the way to the golf course on the road, and it gets to be a pretty big mess. So we're trying to organize it a lot better this year. We are anticipating even more this year. We're anticipating 5,000 to 6,000 people this year. One of the reasons why we've added about 10 city schools, which is really cool because we partnered with the hotels. Thumper Pond has been a really awesome sponsor for us in our cross-country program, and they've given us about 40 rooms. I'm going to tell you some of the teams that are coming. I wanted to do that because I think it's cool to kind of know that some of these teams have never been to Perm. We're going to have Hopkins is going to be coming, Minnetonka's coming, let's see who is going to Edina for the first year ever is coming, Maple Grove is coming, Lakeville South is coming. Yeah, it's pretty cool. There's about 9 city schools that are coming, and they're like, we've never been to Perm. What is it like? And so they're all staying in hotels. We've got some of them staying at Thumper Pond, some of them staying a couple of them had to stay in Detroit Lakes, a couple of them are staying here right in Perm, but it was already booked out at the Super 8 and Mainstay, or the, what's the other one? Grand Stay. I think it was. No, that's a brand at Target or something. So I don't know where that came from. Grand Stay. But anyway, so it's going to be really cool, and what's we've really tried to promote, I'm going to be working with McKinsey. I'm going to be sending out an email. We're kind of going to do an email meeting, our next meeting, kind of to gather things together, but really promote Perm too. or for the people that are coming, with potentially 5,000 to 6,000, and that's including all the runners. It'll be about 1,200 runners run that day, and so then you get all the families and people that come out to the event, and over the course of the day, it is nuts. You go over to our big park, and I look at the start line. The first year I did this, we maybe had like 500 people there. And now I look and we go to the start line, and it is just a sea of people from the start line where the volleyball courts are all the way up to the dog park. And it's 3 to 4 rows of people. And it is just a really cool event. And so we're going to really try and promote PERM. So I'm working with the chamber to really get information out on businesses. So if you want your information out, if you would like an opportunity to promote your business, we want you to do that. We are going to include some things in the things that we give. We're also going to work with all the restaurants. Lakes Cafe, who's one of Rich Dahl, his son ran for me, go figure. And last year he said that was the busiest day for Lakes Cafe in his calendar year, was our meet. He said, I've never been so full, we had to stay open an extra 2 hours just to service all the people from the cross-country meet. So it just gives a boost, hopefully, to the people in the community. And then we have a lot of teams from the cities like, we're going to make a day of it. I had one team that wanted to camp out at Pioneer Grounds. I said, I don't know if you should do that, but it was hot and it was a little weird. And I was like, I don't know, maybe you should get a hotel. But anyways, they're going to stay, and it's going to be really cool. The other highlight thing that we're going to do in just the last piece here, and if you have any questions, just let me know, is we do honor Gabe Grumwan and Abby. We do a lot of things that day in their honor. We dedicated the bike path. How many of you seen the new Brave Like Gabe signs? Our Boosters Club, with the help of Jeremy Shawshow, just allowing us to go out there and kind of put where we wanted to put them in the city of Perm. We got that done with our Perm Cross Country Boosters Club, paid for that, and got some donations from Hilltop Lumber and some other people to get that done, and dedicated the bike path in honor. We do have the Brave Like Gabe Foundation that was started by Gabe Grunwald. Their actual foundation is actually coming up for the event and going to have their merch there, and they're going to have people, the Anderson family will be there, and then we have the largest coverage of track and field and cross country. It's called MN Mile Split. They cover like the state meet and everything. They're actually going to come up and cover our meet and do it live stream and video the races. We've got about 8 races that day, from little kids races all the way to our varsity races. We actually had to separate our varsity races out and have to do like a small school and a big school. And so it's just going to be a really awesome event. The last thing that we do is the teams, they all donate money. And last year we raised $5,000 from the schools just bringing money. And we're hoping to maybe add a race that morning for the community where we just go walk or run around the bike path and people give donations. And it all goes to the Brave Like Gabe Foundation. And we're hoping to maybe raise $8,000 to be able to send to the Brave Like Gabe Foundation this year. So any questions that any of you have?
I don't have a question, but I just want to make a comment.
Yeah.
You can probably tell by the way Jeff talks that he's a very successful coach. He was recently named, I have to look down on my phone, the National High School Athletic Coaches Association, NTM. Coach of the year, so that's pretty awesome for the National High School Coaches Association. So congratulations, Jeff.
Yeah,
One
thank you.
other comment.
Yeah.
Because I'm in Rotary, and every year during the school year, we have student Rotarians that come, 3 students a month, and then the next month 3 students, and the next month 3 students. And they're always asked at one of the meetings to speak about somebody that has influenced them, that's had a positive impact on their lives. And we joke at Rotary, because there's no name that comes up more often than Jeff Morris. And the kids will get up there and say, Jeff Morris, we're all like, yeah, Jeff Morris.
His wife's a pretty close second.
Yeah, she is. Yes. So anyway, I just think that's important to tell.
Thank you.
Jeff, you've done so much for the community and for the Gabe, Brave Like Gabe Foundation.
Yeah, thank you so
Thank
much.
you.
So at the chamber, we are just kind of going to jump on that weekend as
Yes.
well. And I haven't sent out any formal requests, but we are going to get together a group of businesses, whoever wants to participate, and do like a portion of your proceeds or all your tips and that kind of stuff, and kind of coordinate just an extra donation to the Brave Like Gabe Foundation.
Awesome.
So look for more information on that in your emails. Yeah.
All right, thank you so much.
Thank you. All right, Nick 25th through the 28th. So come on up and share all the good stuff.
All right, Kayla Dinky with East Ottawa County Fair. I'm also the Fair Board President for the second year now. We have a lot of things planned, a lot of local entertainment. We've got the Silver Foxes, which are some ladies from around here, I believe. We've got a forager coming, Smokin' Joe and the Tailpipes, which is Joe Lawrence and his crew. We have Blue English coming back. Yeah, a lot of good entertainment on the park side. Grandstand entertainment, NTPA tractor pull, demo derby, and the local guys pull. They don't like to be called antique, so I respect that. We also have Traveling Art Club coming to do painting. So if you guys are into that paint and sip kind of thing like I am, we're doing that on Saturday afternoon. There's an event on our Facebook page and through their website, so if you want to sign up for that. We have 2 wristband sessions. One is on Thursday evening and Friday afternoon, because the lines are so long that they just are like, you know what, we're just going to do 2. It just works better. Lots of livestock shows. We have a rooster crying contest. Trying to think what else. Oh, metal junk sculpture contest. So if you have any old metal junk laying around, you want to put something together, go for it. Bring it to the fair. Pallet art contest, decorate a pallet, bring it in, that kind of stuff. Open poultry show. We also have a Farm Bureau scavenger hunt that's going to go around. You go around the different buildings, look for these posters, read all the information, fill out the piece of paper, come back in and you can win a prize. Oh yeah, Sunday morning, pancake breakfast and church in the park with the worship barn. Kids pedal pools on Sunday, which is state sanctioned, and I believe it's Olson's Pedaling Pool Company or something like that. Yeah. Oh, I forgot the big ones. Oh boy. We have Elvis coming to the fair. Boy, I hear about that. I forgot that. And then we also have Church of Cash Tribute Band. They were there last year. Huge crowd for them. We're happy to have them back. Lego contest. So kids come on out and Legos will be provided for you. You just build a creation and get judged on it. Friday afternoon, Senior Day, is also where I think we partnered with Ottawa County, and they're coming to do or having people come in and do different booths and stuff for senior information. We also have the polka DJ come in to play polka music for a few hours. And then we have Eric Stam's band and Larry Lofus and the Wild Horses. Don't know who the guy is, so it's going to be fun. We'll find out, I guess. Yeah, like I said, a lot of local entertainment this year, which is always a good thing to show off. Yeah, there are some around town. There's probably premium books and posters flying around. Yeah, around your businesses. I did bring extras if you want them. Check our Facebook, check our websites. Everything is out there. Yeah, so we'll see you at the fair. Yes, it's going to be chaotic with baseball, but we dealt with it last year. We got it. Just more people to come to the fair, right? So you get more for your money, right?
Yeah.
So, all right. Thank you.
Thank you. All right, we just want to do a special mention that Pioneer Days is also coming up August 17th and 18th. So you can look out for more information on that one. And then we have private. You guys want to come up?
That's good.
Talk about anything, introduce yourself.
Yep. Hi everybody, I'm Nate Woodard, and this is Jennifer Jansen. We work together at Thrivent. So I joined Thrivent almost a decade ago here, and I had the pleasure of working alongside her dad He was my mentor for most of my time there, and then Jen joined us here a few years ago, and then
During COVID.
Yep, and then her sister as well. So everybody thinks that we're related. We're not. Everybody thinks that Dale's my dad. It's not. But so no, but we've had a pleasure working together here, and Thrivent's been a name in this community for a long time. So we just wanted to go through a little bit of who Thrivent is and some of the generosity programs that we have. So Thrivent is a not-for-profit financial services organization, and any profits that we make from our company here, we give back into the community. And there's a couple different ways that we do that. So Jen, if you want to talk about the action teams that we do, and then I can talk about the Choice College.
Sure. How many of you have seen Thrivent t-shirts around town? If you need one, come see us. We have quite a few.
Yeah.
Yes. So that is part of our Thrivent Action Team program. Decades and decades ago, when Dad was doing this, they used to have committees that would come up, and you'd have to go to like each church and apply for matching funds. They changed it, wanted to get that back in the hands of our members, so every member has the ability to apply for $250. It's a Visa card that can be used as seed money for projects in the community or for seed money for fundraisers. So I was sitting there today going, oh my gosh, every single one of these projects today should have some come see us or another Thrivent member and make sure you take advantage of this. If you have a potluck, if you have a sporting event, anything like that, make sure any Thrivent members within that group, or if we don't know, come to us, because sometimes we have people who are looking for opportunities within the community. You get 25 t-shirts, $250, you just have to say what it's for, report back on it. The big thing they're looking for is volunteer hours to get those projects approved. Looking at this room, there is no shortage of volunteer hours per. So no reason we shouldn't be doing more of these, but I think as a community, I've worked in Warroad as well as my most recent home. Herb, and probably due to my dad, has really hit this out of the park and utilizes this program a lot. We do probably over 200 a year. So just one of the programs we do, and that's money. All the local businesses get hit hard asking for donations. This is outside funds we can bring back. So learn more about this, give us a call. We'll make sure you can get through it's very quick, an application online, or a phone call for those who need those kinds.
Yeah, and then the other program that we have is called Thrivent Choice. So folks that have their products to us, that they're making like premium payments on life insurance, or they have certain investments, any of those profits are returned back to them at the end of the year, and they can donate those out to any 501c3 nonprofit of their choice. So just in our office alone, I mean, the amount of impact between the two programs is in the 7 figures every year. So it's a huge, huge impact in this area here. So if there's a local church, nonprofit, or anything like that that you think would benefit from this, it's free for them to be a part of the program. And there's also a lot of folks that come to our office looking for local organizations that they can help out. So it's a great, great program that helps the community. We try and keep the money local. If folks forget to donate their dollars, they don't lose those dollars. They just go to more of a national cause like the Red Cross or St. Jude's or things like that. But we try and be as proactive as we can to try and keep as much of that money local as we can. So, any questions about Thrivent or anything like that?
All right, next up, Sunny Bay. Come on out.
Hi, we're newbies here, so my name is Nicole. I'm my husband, Luke Prusler. I'll give you just a little bit of introduction about us before we get into the resort. But we moved to Minnesota in February of 2017, which is a terrible time of the year to move to Minnesota. It was very cold. We most recently relocated to Curran. We were just outside of New York Mills before about 2 years ago. So we, for those that don't know, bought the old St. Henry's Parish house that was moved about 4 miles outside of town. So we spent a crazy
Which has its
summer.
own Instagram page if you ever want to
Yes.
check it out. Yeah, Nicole created. Sorry, just a little plug.
That's okay. So I had a crazy summer of renovating that in 2022, and then had the crazy idea of buying the resort that was just about 1/8 of a mile down the street from us, purchasing that, and I'll let my husband take it away from here.
First I'd just like to say that we've received such a warm welcome in Perham. One of our values as a business is hospitality, and so Sunny Bay, that's it's important to us. We really just have received the hospitality of the Perham community overall, and I'm really grateful to the chamber and other partners here in the community that have just been so welcoming. Jeff, my first email I ever sent to anybody in Perham was to you about cross country. Just so you know, we knew about cross country before we even got here. But anyway, a little bit about Sunny Bay. So Sunny Bay, I was at Rainbow Haven, a functioning resort, in the community since about 1994, that the Howard family had established and ran for many, many years. Like Nicole said, we were very fortunate to acquire that business last September and did kind of a rebranding, a refresh. Rainbow Haven, if you're not speaking Norwegian, is Rainbow Harbor. And so we decided maybe we would go with an English version, just change things up a little bit, call it Sunny Bay. But we do still have a cabin named the Haven, to sort of honor that legacy. So anyway, we're a small family resort. We make no apologies about that. We really have embraced that and want to continue on with that. One of our sort of the I'll link up with one of the ways that we talk about our business is more as an experience, right? We are creating experiences. We don't like package and like build a product and market it. We invite people in, and people graciously come to us to spend time with their loved ones, have an experience of the lake, have an experience of the beach and each other, and kind of put the tablet down, put the smartphone down, put the computer down.
Because there's no internet.
Because there's no literally no internet and there's no TV. So it's like, so some people are like, well, but could we? And we're like, yeah, you actually can't. Let's get really good data on your phone. And it's just been really remarkable. It's our first operating season. We've had a really strong guest list already this year. And just one kind of highlight, a family that was coming from Montana, that was going to stay in the Fargo area, looked us up, decided, you know what, we'd rather stay kind of somewhere more unique, found us and decided to stay 70 miles east of where they were actually kind of headed, spent a few days with us and just had a remarkable experience. And so those are the types of things. Jeff, this is also a plug for me. You're still looking for some lodging on August 23, 24. We can't take an entire cross-country team, but we can take a couple of people. So we have 3 2-bedroom cabins that we operate. We'll be adding. We did a total refresh of all the cabins this year. We're looking to do some more capital improvements next year.
But about 200 feet of flat sandy shoreline, so it's a beautiful spot on Big Pine Lake.
Yeah, right. So just on the street from Whispering Pines, we live in Whispering Pines. Who's also been a great partner to us along with Sunset Beach and other resorters on Big Pine Lake. So, any questions for us?
Are you year-round or?
We are not. We are seasonal. So we open with walleye opener. We'll close right around September 30.
Weekly, daily?
Depends on the time. So we do weekly rentals during our peak season. Early season, late season, we'll do some shorter stays, anywhere between 1 and 3 months. Our website is just really simple, sunnybayresort.com. I cannot believe that domain name still existed out there. So it's just sunnybayresort.com. Find us on Facebook. Nicole is our social media manager. She's amazing. If you haven't seen her content, check it out. So.
Her videos are funny.
Yeah, her videos are funny. And the Parish House really does have an Instagram page. You can check it out. It's a remodel. So, yeah. But
Still
again,
not totally finished.
not totally finished, but that's okay. Yeah. But just a lot of gratitude to the Perham community, greater Perham community. We really, and apologies to Woodsett too. Our entry was corresponding with a training. So we usually don't have that grand of an entrance in the building, but we worked it out with the road. Thank you all very much.
Thank you. All right, next up, Perham Pickleball. Come on up, tell us about your tournament.
So I'm BJ Peters, Vice President of the Perham Pickleball Club and the tournament chair.
Kevin Alaska, and I'm the president of the pickleball club.
And we have our second annual tournament coming up, and we wanted to tell you a little bit about that and kind of share a little bit of the story of the pickleball in the Perham community, because it's kind of grown beyond my personal expectations when we kind of got started back in May of 2021. Actually, the story is the former director at the PAC came to me and said, "Hey, BJ, you guys should work on building some outdoor courts in Perham." I said, "Oh, yeah, sounds like a good idea." So one day after playing at the PAC, I called a group together and I said, "Hey, what do you think?" And they said, "Yeah, let's do it." So I went away and did some research with Detroit Lakes and their recent courts at that time and wrote up some bylaws, and we became a club. And went to the city and said, "We'd like to build 6 courts," and the city said, "I'll build 8. and raise the money. And we figured out we would use West Central Initiative to help us with our nonprofit stuff. So we started really fundraising in August of 2021. We opened our beautiful 8 KLN courts at Ardbeg Park in September of 2022. In that time, we raised over $240,000 thanks to many businesses in the area, and I know that our club members themselves donated over $65,000 towards that project. So that's pretty cool when you've got buy-in from your people like that. So what kind of impact has this had on our community? This has greatly surpassed my personal expectations as well. Last summer, we had over 80 people at one time playing on 8 courts. This past week, actually yesterday, we had over 64 people, because we go to different rules when we have so many people waiting to try and keep people engaged. So it is kind of crazy at times. Kevin and I did a little kind of a straw poll, kind of sort impromptu thing last week, and figuring out, of course, again, it was the 4th of July week. We had between 50 and 60% of the people that were playing there were not Perham or area residents. They were all visitors. So there is an economic impact to that. Our club members also do one of the draws for pickleball for people is kind of the social aspect, and we have a very active little social aspect, and we go to Disgruntled on Fridays.
Yep.
We have we call it fine dining. Every other week we go to a different restaurant in the area between here and Perham and Ottertail and Burgess, and Dent. Kind of fun. We also get, so speaking of resorts, last year, not as much this year, I would get calls, at least one resort every couple of weeks would call and say, "Hey, we've got these people staying here. They want to play pickleball. Where do we send them?" So people are packing up their paddles. Gratifying to me also is that we are spanning age ranges. So last night I was out there was young kids and families playing. We worked with the PAC, and they had summer rec pickleball this year. One of our club members taught that, and I think had an amazing time. And I don't know, we had over 30 kids.
Close to, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
something like that. We partnered with Elevate and had lessons, and they're so popular that we have to keep doing them and keep having more. So we're happy with a lot of our community sponsorships. We also partnered with the PAC this winter and had an indoor tournament, and we had people from all over, very similar to the experience we had last year when we brought people into the community. One of the things that really stood out for me in partnering with Mackenzie and her group, she had gotten a donation from Grand Stay Suites for a one-night hotel stay. We used as a door prize. So the person that won it was all excited and said, "Oh my gosh, we're going to have a girls' weekend. We're going to come here. We're going to go to the
the brew, we're gonna go to Disgruntled, we're gonna go shopping, we're gonna do this. So that little hotel stay was just like a huge impact for people. And everybody around him was saying, yeah, I wanna come. So, yeah, that little donation makes a big difference. So regarding this year's tourney, you can kind of see the flyer up here. We have, if you're interested in taking a flyer, my contact information is on it as well. Last year we put the tourney together in a month, basically. And what we do with our funds is we pour them right back into the courts, into the city. So we keep supporting that. We know that there's going to be ongoing maintenance. There's still some things that we have on the list to do out at the pickleball courts.
Yeah, because the courts are actually owned by the city, so we raise the funds so that we can put the courts in, and then we have to help to support the maintenance, care and feeding of the courts.
Yeah. So last year in that month, we had 84 unique participants on 50 teams in a one-day tournament. Harwood, North Dakota, Plymouth, Fargo, Detroit Lakes, Apple Valley, Forest, Ashby, Duluth, Bemidji, Bagley, Grand Forks, West Fargo, Allen, Park Rapids, Washington, Long Prairie, Walker, Woodbury, and Hibbing were places where people came from. We had a ton of positive feedback. What we did this year then, based on that feedback, was we expanded divisions and expanded to 2 days. We're the same weekend as Pioneer Days. Didn't have any issues. We avoided the break like game because that would be way too much out there. So our goals are to continue to use this tournament as one of our big fundraisers to support the ongoing needs out at the KLM courts. We still need benches. We still need a shade structure. Hopefully someday in the future there may be bathrooms out there and running water and things like that. Future, right? Future. So anyway, all the monies will go back to that. I'm talking to Mackenzie, we talked about the coupon thing again for the tournament to put in the swag bags. So if your business is interested in putting some information in our swag bags that each participant will get, make sure you work with Leah and Mackenzie on the coupon book. If you'd like to do any kind of donation and just have a flyer in there, we'll basically take a free will donation. You don't want to set a price like, $25 get you this. We just, whatever your business would like to do.
One of the things about doing it 2 days is a lot of people like to play either in the men's division or the women's division and then mixed doubles. And so we do the mixed doubles on day 2 so they can do day 1 as the men's or women's. And then that allows them to potentially stay overnight as well.
Yeah. Yep. So if you want to support the tourney or Perham Pickleball or the city, the KLM courts in any way, we still take donations. We are still a nonprofit through West Central Initiative. You could certainly, as a business, give us a door prize donation that we would raffle off, and we will recognize your business. We send out, when they register, they get a welcome letter from us, but they get a final letter the week of, and we always put in the businesses that have donated things or supported us in any way in that letter.
Then we're looking to do some signage as well for the tournament day.
Yes. So.
Do you have to bring your own racket?
You don't have to.
They're called paddles for but we would offer you individual lessons if you'd like that.
Selling rackets in town for paddles?
I'm not sure if I'm going to
True North.
Sure, I believe True North does have some. And
Are the flights handicapped or anything?
And we joke about it too, because we have, there's recreational and competitive. We call it 3 classes. There's social recreational where they chit-chat between points.
Yeah.
And then there's the people who are kind of recreational, but want to be a little more competitive, and then there's the competitive people.
Did he point at me?
So one less than that.
Yes.
We do have paddles, so like the big, if you wanna just come out and learn a little bit about pickleball,
We probably have 10 or 12
Yeah.
rackets a week. Keep it on.
paddles.
Oh my God.
I'm following his words.
So pickleball is I'll do a little bit of an introduction. Pickleball is a combination of really ping pong, badminton, and tennis. The court is 20 by 44, and you use a paddle, and the ball is a wiffle ball. And it's actually, the rules are made so that the playing level is pretty level. So I can play with my grandson, and we can have a very competitive game. So it is a family event. Those of us that are older, I graduated in '79 as well. The knees are still holding out. We can, compete and have just a great time. And yeah, I can be a little competitive.
The nice thing about it too is because of the dimensions of the court, you don't have to be as mobile. You can get to people who are far less mobile, but no offense, they can kick your butt.
We have, I think the oldest player that I know of that has played either at the Pack or outdoor, I believe is 85. Yeah, it's cool. It's nice to see older people out there, maintaining their mobility and having that social interaction. We have someone who's got some good Parkinson's symptoms that sometimes can't play a whole game, but comes out there on a very regular basis.
So the funny thing is, you guys play during the day, all the teenagers go at night. So now it's the cool hangout. Picked my son up at 11 p.m. last night.
Yeah.
The neat thing is we're starting to see more and more families coming too.
It's crazy.
There's lights out there too, isn't there?
Yeah.
On the one side.
So that's actually one of the things on our list that we want to fund more lights, and actually it's pretty close. Thank you.
One morning and I was like, why are all these bright lights on?
They need a shut off valve. They do. They are frequently left on in the morning when we come out, but
It's those teenagers.
I know. We just got to get them to stop having gum on the courts. So anyway,
Not my kid.
Yeah. I have driven through town later at night coming back from somewhere and seeing the lights on and go out there. And it's just a group of kids just having a blast. And you know what a great activity for that. Keep them busy, keep them happy and healthy and doing something fun. So we're grateful to the community for what we have built. I will tell you that I frequently get comments from people saying these are the most beautiful courts ever. They come from other communities that are bigger than us, and they say, "Oh my God, how did you guys do this?" It's honestly, it's truly amazing.
There was a lady from Rochester last week. She was jealous of our courts. She said we don't have anything near what you have here.
So that's actually a big thank you to the community for supporting us, and I know many of you in the room have been a part of that. So thank you. It's making a difference.
Yeah.
That's it. Thanks.
All right, the chamber just wants to give away prizes, so.
City got anything?
City, you got anything?
Is Jay here?
Everything's going great.
You want to give an update?
Yeah, brief. As everyone's probably seen, they're on the far west end of the project right now. Hopefully within about a week and a half, we have everything open up out there. Tomorrow they're going to be pouring a lot of concrete, working their way west toward the edge of town, and we are probably going to be seeing a lull in town on Main Street where there probably won't be a whole lot of activity for 3 or 4 weeks. So we'll have the transition periods over by Oval and over here on the corner right now, West First Ave, where we have kind of transition between phases. That's going to pick back up in mid-August with the last phase starting about see a lot of things changing. The big reason, well, one of the biggest changes you're gonna see, will be the new signal lights that are going in on First Avenue. That's why it was one of the last phases. They take a long time to come in. They've been ordered for a number of months now. Also with that, we will be starting ripping up this section of Second Avenue at some point here, probably early August. That'll be closed as well. So we're going to be doing a little modifications to the detours when we do rip up that final phase with both First Avenue and Second Avenue closed, thanks to kind of some coordination with the railroad and a little less than ideal on the timing. So we were hoping to have that one open right away when we started that final phase, but it hasn't worked out through our permitting process. Any questions? It's hopefully people are getting around and being able to use everything that's out there, and I'm thankful for everything the chamber's done to help out with the project and planning and hopefully limiting the impacts of the downtown area.
I just have to give a shout out to Shelton's shoes. They had a good job. Shelton's outfits. No, thank you for all your work too. I think it's been incredible.
And if anyone is not receiving updates, sign up on the chamber website, because we are sending a letter every week on what to expect the following week, where to go. We're gonna have some things to juggle around here as things move forward with the Brave Like Gabe and all the activities in August out there, but hopefully the impact isn't too much. We can provide access to everyone downtown.
Awesome. Thank you. Just quickly want to welcome everyone. We're going to have a short ribbon cutting here in Turtle Park, I think, for Avi River after the meeting. So we're excited. They don't have an actual office here, so we're going to do it out there, I think. So that'll be exciting. Anyone's welcome to come. Any other updates quickly? 30-second updates? Anyone want to share anything? No? You just want your prizes? All right.
Also, go check out our mural. It's done.
Oh yeah, the
And
mural's done. Yeah, it's really neat. Pretty
That's an
excited.
actual picture, not a.
There's a couple little updates. You didn't come back,
Yeah.
right? Yeah. A couple little updates with some sponsors, but it's really neat mural and a good representation of firms. So pretty proud of that. Very fun. Yeah. All right. So for prizes, we have one large pizza from Zorba's. Nick, close your eyes. No cheating.
I'm not in.
Chuck, you win again. All right, Perm Pizza Ranch, 2 bake-at-home pizzas. BJ, you're the winner. Good job. All right, 2 Lakes Cafe for $10. Sous vide.
Sous vide.
And $25 from Pizza Ranch. Jim. Woo! And $25 Lakeside Cap. Last winner.
Should have gotten into that one.
Emily? Congratulations. Awesome. Well, thank you guys for coming. Appreciate it. Have a good rest of your week.